I guess it's time for hemp. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I've had a chance to smoke out with my friends here on the Time for Hemp feed, and I want to let everybody know I have missed you, and I'm glad to be back. And let's enjoy some music. What do you say?
Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they spent. Take another look now and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Oh, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rest. Well, right now it's time for hemp.
Thank you for taking Time for Hemp. I'm your host, Casper Leach. We have been absent for about 3 weeks. We were getting ready to launch the Time for Hemp video campaigns and the new programs on Facebook and YouTube, and start getting a lot of information put out on our website, and we thought it would be fun. And we got all of our updates done, and we get the website ready to share with the whole world all the changes that we had made. And sure enough, we got blocked again. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This time, it was by Comcast, but it wasn't Comcast's fault. And, well, it's kind of, I'm making a bit of a short story, to say the least. What had happened was, somebody had hacked one of the servers at GoDaddy, where my website's at. And when they hacked the server, they began spamming Comcast customers. And Comcast tracked down the server where all the spam was coming from, and they blocked the server. And when they blocked the server, they also blocked my website. And when they blocked my website, not only did they block it for people to be able to view, they also blocked it for me to be able to get in there and work on it. Jeepers. So, I brought it to GoDaddy's attention. It took GoDaddy and I and Comcast really about 5 days to figure out what the problem was to begin with. Nobody was aware of it. On the lower tiers of the communications and the technical teams, and on both GoDaddy and Comcast, we had to keep going up and up the ladder of technicians until we got to the very top, and that's when we found out that Comcast had blocked the server. And Comcast made it very, very clear they were not going to unblock the server until GoDaddy found out who was spamming the Comcast customers through the GoDaddy server and fixed it. And GoDaddy said that could be quite a while. Well, anyway, I'm stuck in the middle of this mess. And even though I'm stuck in the middle of this mess, it's still my problem. GoDaddy said they would move my website from one server to another if I paid them a couple $100 to do it. Or, if I wanted to, I could move it myself for free. So I thought, well, can't be that hard. So I attempted the process of moving it for free. Wow. I should have let GoDaddy do it. Because what happened was, we have over 30,000 files on our website. And a lot of those are the free MP3s that we make available to the general public. And these are programs from Time for Hemp. These are programs from Terry Joyce when she was doing broadcasting on the network. These are programs from people who are doing programs on the network, like Judge James Gray or Al Byrne, who's working with Veteran Voices, and so we got a lot of archives on the website that you, if you want to, you can go to timeforhemp.com and download for free. Well, we had to move all those files, and it turned out to be 30,000 files. And it took 5 days to download them, so that took a while. And then to move them to the new server, we had to upload them. And it took 3 weeks, 2 days, and 17 hours to upload all the files. Jeepers. Can you believe it? I couldn't. I really couldn't. But we got it done. We got it done. And we're almost done now hooking back up the archives, and we're almost done hooking back up the blog, and we're almost done hooking back up the newsletter, because those aspects were also affected. And it's just been a mess. But in the meantime, we did get a chance to polish up our act on the videos. We've learned some of the new equipment that we're working with and some of the new software. Our Roku TV network now is more up to date, and we got new programming on there, and that's pretty exciting. And soon it's going to be in the Roku TV store. So you won't need a private code to see it. You'll be able to just get it. If you have Roku, just go to the TV store and get it. And it's given us a chance to get some of the archives polished up and re-releasable. And we found some new music to share with our audience. And we've contacted new guests. We found new sponsors. So along the way, it has been a benefit to be basically off the air, because if we couldn't upload our MP3s, jeepers, well, then we were dead in the water, because we were like giving away for free all of our archives. And if you couldn't reach our archives, anyway, we're back up, we're running, and it's great, and we're all excited, and we want you to share us with your friends. Please make it a point to visit often, and help us share the message about the need to end cannabis. And we're still trying to get the bugs worked out of this, and we're still learning the equipment. And so we're going to have some technical problems along the way, and we're going to have some goofs. But, that's part of the fun of doing what we do. Our video format will be different. Our video formats will be 20 minutes in length or less, because a lot of people review the material on their smartphones or on their little notepads or their smaller computers, and they don't have a lot of RAM, a lot of memory, or a lot of time. Sometimes they're just at a bus stop, or they're in between appointments, and they've only got a few minutes to review a video or two. So we're going to be keeping these little short subjects down to about 20 to 30 minutes. And that'll also be true. We're going to be doing Time for Hemp again, and we'll be doing. And we're still trying to get the bugs worked out of this, and we're still learning the equipment. And so we're going to have some technical problems along the way, and we're going to have some goofs. But, that's part of the fun of doing what we do. And that'll also be true. We're going to be doing Time for Hemp again, and we'll be doing that in video format. And then we'll also be keeping the hour-long audio formats for the Twitter broadcast and the Spreaker broadcast and the iTunes broadcast. And the broadcasts I like to have MP3s that are an hour format. Our interviews will be, but our videos, we're going to try to keep them about 20 to 30 minutes in length, so that they're easier to also share with friends, attach to emails, and include in reports at university, because many of our guests are doctors or authors or patients who are dealing with medical problems that require that they use cannabis. And so I would encourage people to always make it a point to tune in to see what's going on here on the big broadcast. And please make it a point to share us with your friends as well. This is a chance to Find out what's going to be on the news feed for the day. When we put up these little videos, we'll be also covering some of the stories that will be on our news feed. And we might be, if we get a chance, putting a spotlight on one or two programs that are on throughout the week. You can listen to our live stream at the 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week broadcasting network. All cannabis all the time at time-for-hemp.com. Just click the play button there. Of course, we're on Spreaker as well. We got apps that you can download into your smartphones and into your other handheld devices and enjoy us around the clock. So we got good music, and we got some good talking head shows. And then, as I said, we do a lot of postings. We use the Twitter feed and the Time for Hemp Live Facebook group feed as a way of disseminating headlines, global headlines about cannabis, hemp, medical marijuana from all around the world. So if you subscribe to either one of those feeds and you check out the feeds a couple of times each day, you'll be up to date for sure what's going on in the movement. One of the things that we're covering, let's see, what are we covering today?
Of the many posts that you will find on the Time for Hemp live feed there on Facebook or the Time for Hemp Twitter feed today, if you have a chance to review the many posts that we place up there, is one from Leafy.com. Leafy.com is a great place to go when you're wanting to know more information about cannabis. They have so much information you could spend months reading and still have much more to wade through. They are a group of people who research cannabis, medical marijuana, and hemp, and focus on all the wonderful benefits of it, and then share that information with the world. That's Leafy.com, Leafly.com. And on today's post from Leafy, this one about concentrates is about when you happen to find some concentrate that you had forgotten about, that maybe you took it with you on a camping trip or maybe a party a couple of months ago, and all of a sudden you find it in the back seat of the car or in your glove compartment or in the bottom of your backpack, and you don't know how long it's been there. It's not as clear as it used to be, but if it's good, you don't want to throw it out, but if it's not good, you don't want to be messing with it. So how do you find out if the concentrate that you long forgot and suddenly discover it again is good? Well, Leafy.com has that answer for you in an article that is entitled Concentrate Shelf Life, How Long Does Cannabis Oil Last? And you can also, like I said, find it on today's postings at Time for Hemp Live Facebook and at Time for Hemp Twitter. And please share this with your friends.
And we also encourage you to send us information about the cannabis movement in your neck of the woods. And if we can, we'll get some messages up and out throughout the medical marijuana and industrial hemp communities all around the world. And make it a point to also check out some of the sponsors that are with us here at Time for Hemp, and let them know that you appreciate them being our sponsors. Because of them, we are able to make a loud noise. So please go and say thank you to Crop King Seeds and Sirius Seeds and Indigrow and KDK Distributors for helping the marijuana movement be heard. That is so important. I can honestly tell you that.
Also in today's feed from Leafy is a great article about how just the smell of cannabis is no longer enough reason to search a car in Colorado. This has been determined by a court, and it's very interesting how the court came to the decision and now the impact it has, because if a dog sniffs your car and finds a substance for which you are allowed to have, then it's detained you for no reason. It's violated your rights. Anyway, if you make it a point to go to the Time for Hemp Live Facebook group page or the Twitter feed,
you'll be able to read about it from leafy.com, leafy.com, and the article called Colorado Court, Cannabis Smell is Not Enough to Search a Car. And of course, as always, if you enjoy it, we ask that you share it with your friends. And, we also want to be sharing a variety of information in a variety of formats. That's also for sure. And so we make it a point to bring some news broadcasts to this little presentation. Little short segments that you think would be interesting at one point or another for a class that you want to share it with, or somebody that you know in your family. These are little 1 or 2 minute segments that we come across here on the internet that we find valuable, and we want to find a way to share them with you. So this is what we are doing, and I find that it's a fun way of staying in touch with people, and it's our way of also making other people aware to our audience that there are a lot of hardworking activists on the front lines besides just people at Normal or High Times Magazine or Time for Hemp.
There's an effort underway right now to get drug use out of the Denver jail. Some inmates actually do get caught, but others go through security checks without ever being detected.
And the Denver Sheriff's Department says a different kind of drug patrol will now make it easier for them to bust the inmates.
And Denver 7 Sally Mamdou joins us now in the studio with more on this tool. Sally?
And contraband is a problem in county jails, not just in Denver, but across the country. But now a new four-legged tool is in the Denver County Jail, and it's keeping those drugs outside. Gripping surveillance footage shows 5 Denver County inmates overdosing.
This was pretty shocking. That really should not be happening inside a correctional facility where obviously you should never ever be able to find drugs.
They are rushed to the hospital for treatment, but it points to a tougher problem the jail faces.
The problem that we have as a city jail is that we cannot strip search someone until they've seen a judge. So it is conceivable that someone could bring something in.
Which is likely how these inmates got their hands on the drugs.
We recognize that we really needed to have more drug dogs.
Meet Coda and Hugo. They're the jail's four-legged drug patrol. They do what deputies can't.
If we have probable cause, we can strip search that person. And if a dog alerts to the scent of a drug on a person, be it hidden in a body cavity or in clothing or wherever, we then have the right to search that person.
Their handlers say they're finding more than just drugs.
They'll find the hiding spot. The drug's not there anymore, but the odor is there. And that's essentially what they're looking for. They're not looking for the drug, they're looking for the odor. And if that odor's still there, we didn't find the drug, but we know where that hiding spot is.
We follow them around as they sniff through booking,
Good job.
pods, cells, and shower stands.
It's a very busy job.
No drug busts were made during our brief tag-along, but several drug arrests were made at the jail since the K-9s started in April, making it hard for smugglers to trick their strong sense of smell. Now, each of these dogs initially cost $5,000 to buy and then several thousands more to train them. We are live in the studio. Sally Mamdou, Denver 7.
Like I said, we're working on the goose. I was muted. So we found a way to keep the dogs employed and keep the dogs busy and keep everybody happy. And of course, we would like for you to share that with your friends. We did ask you to go to our sponsors and check them out and tell them that we said hello. That would be so nice of you if you did that. And let them know that you appreciate their support of getting this message out, because without them, we are not heard.
At Crop King Seeds, we sell the finest marijuana seeds in the world. Grown organically with original genetics, every seed is cultivated for large yields, high THC content, and measured for both CBD and CBN levels. Did we mention we sell more than 20 of the world's best marijuana strains in feminized, auto-flowering, medical, and regular varieties, including White Widow, Blueberry, Purple Kush, Haze Extreme, and so many more. Through our website and friendly call support team, our seeds are available for direct order with speedy worldwide shipping. Crop King Seeds are also sold in over 100 locations worldwide.
Excuse me, I'm looking to buy some Crop King seeds.
Look no further, my friend.
Wow, they're here and in so many strains.
Buy your seeds now, in-store or online at CropKingSeeds.com, or call us toll-free at 1-844-CROP-KING. That's 1-844-276-7546.
Feed there at the Time for Hemp Live group page or on the Time for Hemp Twitter feed are the 5 benefits of drinking cannabis tea. And this is from a report found at the Alternative Daily. That's thealternativedaily.com. And they're a very interesting website to review. They have a lot of great information about the cannabis plant. And I think if you get a chance to stop by and visit their website, you might find information you'll want to pass on to your friends. But here, this is a great article about the 5 benefits of cannabis tea. A lot of people don't seem to realize that not only is green tea good for you, but cannabis tea is even more fantastic. And I would encourage you to make it a point to check that out on today's feed. And if you really get an opportunity to enjoy it and taste this, the tea that you make there out of cannabis, send us a little email, let us know what you think about the taste of cannabis tea and the benefits of it in your life, and we'll share that with our audience. Also, you might want to, if you get a chance, let Hippie Butter, go to hippiebutter.com and let them know how much you appreciate their work in the field of hemp food and sharing hemp information. The founder of Hippie Butter there, Brad Irwin, has been putting together videos on how to make hemp brownies and hemp pies and hemp tinctures and hemp butter. And then he's also got products that you can buy on his website, hemp seeds and hemp flour, so that you can make your own foods at home. And hippiebutter.com and I go way back. I love Brad. He's a hardworking hemp activist and a very dedicated chef. And it's his goal to make certain that people have a great way to consume hemp and enjoy the benefits of hemp and make sure that it's tasty and delicious as well.
Hemp, Mr. Hemp Seeds. Tasty hemp seed is what we all need. Hemp, Mr. Hemp Seeds. Tasty hemp seed is what we all need.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm the CHO of Hippie Butter Hemp Seeds. Today I'm going to show you how we make our hemp seed coffee. I like to use a French press. This is a small one that costs about $15. You can find them in all different sizes. For the size French press that I have, it takes 3 tablespoons of Hippie Butter Hemp Seed coffee. Then what you do is add 12 ounces of boiling water. Next, you're going to stir this real well. Let sit for 4 minutes. Hippie Butter has perfected the process of blending Canadian roasted hemp seeds with organic Mexican coffee beans to produce a premium, full-flavored hemp coffee. Even aficionado coffee drinkers will enjoy this full-bodied coffee with the unmistakable nutty flavor of hemp seeds. There are 8 grams of omega-6 and 2.5 grams of omega-3 per pot of hemp seed coffee. Now, Hippie Butter hemp seed coffee comes in this resealable pouch to keep it fresh, and I would recommend placing it in the refrigerator once you have opened it. Minutes have passed. Now it's time to press the coffee. Nice and slow and even. And you now have the perfect cup of Hippie Butter hemp seed coffee. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, love, and Hippie Butter.
Hemp, me say hemp seeds. Tasty hemp seed is what we all need. Hemp.
Don't that rock? It's nice to see Brad. I love you, Brad. Wish you the very best. Make it a point to go to hippiebutter.com. Check out all the great products that he has there. And let everybody know around you how good hemp can taste. You know, it's amazing. You can also make all kinds of great plastics out of this. And you can do all kinds of great things with this. And people don't seem to realize that even a long time ago, they even made a car out of this. Henry Ford made a car out of this, and today they're making a sports car out of this. Is that not cool?
Amongst the thousands of products made from hemp, one of the most extraordinary is Henry Ford's plastic car. Built in 1941, it contained cellulose fibers derived from hemp, sisal, and wheat straw. The plastic was lighter than steel, yet could withstand 10 times the impact without denting.
When I actually started to take a look at the numbers and just how green the car was, it was amazing to me. That's when I was convinced I have to make this car out of cannabis. You'll probably think that looks like a regular fiberglass car or even a steel car just looking at it. When you go up and you touch it and you knock on it, you'll go like, wow, that's fiberglass. But actually it's not fiberglass. We used typically about 3 plies of woven hemp, and that made it rigid enough to keep its shape.
Built by Bruce Dietzen, this stunning sports car is made from around 100 pounds of hemp, as well as being a lot lighter than fiberglass or steel. The unusual material has another impressive quality.
It's 10 times more dent resistant than steel. I'm not going to do that right now.
Although this prototype is built on a Mazda chassis, Bruce hopes that if the car gets to production, that too will be made from hemp. He took his inspiration from Henry Ford, the great pioneer of affordable motoring, who was said to have experimented with hemp as both a material and a fuel in the 1940s.
Not everyone is familiar with Henry Ford's cannabis car. It was made not only out of cannabis, but also used soy for the resin, and it also used flax and some other things, wheat straw, etc. The most interesting aspect of that car is that he used both cannabis for the strength in the body, and then he also used cannabis remnants. He would make that into a fuel. His car, incredibly, was about 3 times greener than today's electric vehicles because of how it was made and then how it was fueled.
Bruce estimates that building the car cost him around $200,000 in cash and a further $200,000 in lost earnings. But he hopes his project will help him spread his environmental message.
It sets an example and it lets people know that we can make everything out of plants. That's what Henry Ford was really out to tell everyone when he created his first cannabis car.
So you pull up, buddy. The car's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. This is beautiful, man.
We may not be able to pull up to our local gas stations right now and say, fill it up with hemp gasoline, because we have to wait for these fuel companies to catch up and start doing the right thing. It's really a symbolic product right now, but I think as we go into the future, we're going to see more and more companies realizing that what we have to do is start making things from plants if we're going to turn things around and start to reverse climate change.
As well as wanting to get the car to manufacture, Bruce is developing a TV show featuring the car, which will look at all the possibilities for the use of hemp in the future.
I live in Florida. Hemp is still illegal to grow in Florida. I had to import the woven material all the way from China because we still don't even have facilities that can make fabrics like this out of hemp. It has to come out of places like China. What a terrible wasted opportunity. We could be employing all these people. We're going to take the car around the country and investigate these things, because if cannabis can be used this many different ways, we've got to accelerate the process of making it legal across the country and start using it more and more and more for both ecological purposes and medical purposes, etc.
Serious Seeds is your source for quality cannabis and sativa seeds. Serious Seeds are the creators of legendary strains like AK-47, Bubblegum, Chronic, Cali Mist, and White Russian. The AK-47 is probably the most awarded strain on the planet. The high THC content of AK-47 makes it the perfect medical strain for patients seeking quick pain relief. Cali Mist is an almost pure sativa. Female medical cannabis patients have reported that this strain helps relieve menstrual cramps. Serious Seeds just acquired another Dutch high-quality seed bank, Magus Genetics. From now on, Serious Seeds can offer you even more award-winning strains. The fine folks at Serious Seeds strive to breed the best cannabis genetics that they can find, so patients can rely on the effectiveness of their medicine. Go to SeriousSeeds.com to grow your medicine. That site again is SeriousSeeds.com.
You will find another great report from Leafy, LEAFLY.com on the Time for Hemp live Facebook group page, or the one from Twitter, Tweety, as I like to call it, our Tweety page, our Tweety feed. And if you enjoy them, please share them with your friends. This one is about Ohio's aspiring cannabis growers. And people don't realize that longtime natives and carpetbaggers, as well as construction magnates and toy tycoons, and the heirs to the Jim Beam whiskey fortune, are all trying to get a license to cultivate cannabis in Ohio. There are only 25 cultivator licenses available. And they, of course, got a lot of people who have applied, and it's pretty expensive to apply to get a license, which has a lot of mom and pop organizations a little annoyed, to say the least. But it's an interesting struggle there. A lot of people say that Big Pharma is coming in to take over the cannabis industry, not just in Ohio, but across America. And if you want to read about it, you'll find the link to it in today's postings there on the, like I said, the Facebook group page or our Twitter feed. And we always appreciate it when you share us with your friends. And we do mean that. That's how we are found. And as you do share us with your friends, our audience grows and the information gets out there. And it's like a snowball effect. That's how we've ended again, I think, come so far. I started working with Jack Hare back in 1990, and at that point in time, the concept of anything being legal in the United States was just kind of like a fantasy film feature with Cheech and Chong in it. It was just hard to even fathom. I mean, our ideas of a hemp festival and a hemp expo was 4 cardboard tables, 3 hippies, and maybe 20 people showing up to find out what we had to talk about. So it really has been an interesting journey, to say the least. And along the way, we've not only educated and grown a lot of wonderful cannabis and a lot of wonderful minds, but we've also seen the industry grow and grow and grow, and it's going to continue to do so. And it's only going to be more and more wonderful as time progresses. And I'm so happy to be part of it. It is an honor to be part of the cannabis movement. And if you think that cannabis should be legal, then please write your senators, write your congressmen, donate money to organizations, donate money to us. You can go to the time-for-hemp.com website and hit the donate button and make a contribution. That would be cool. We can also got a little gift shop there, so if you want to get something for your money and still help the network, you can make a purchase of some of our groovy t-shirts and hats, and we got all kinds of great items there that you'll be surprised. We got lunch bags and tote bags and watches and puzzles. It's a great little shop, and always something of new and interest there to be found. And anytime you make a purchase there, it helps the network grow. I also want to remind people that I am the joint host of Cannabis Common Sense every Friday night. That is found on the Portland Community Cable Access Network. It's also found on YouTube, and it's also found in 17 markets around the United States. Paul Stanford is the host of that program, and he does a wonderful job in making the community aware of how important it is to stay on the front lines of the cannabis movement, because there in Portland, or here in Portland, you can have medical cannabis, and you can also grow medical cannabis plants, and it's exciting to see our reality change right before our eyes. Well, I don't want to go on any longer. Make it a point to check out the feeds today and share some of the information that you come across. And remember, the next time you hear me, you'll know that it's time for hemp.